who would you trust 100% every time, play in, play out, to not make a mistake? I don't think there's very many. I mean, that's the position, you know. Like, I mean, yeah, Rodgers didn't make risky plays sometimes, but like, I mean, Favre did, and he blew it up. I mean, what was Homer saying after Brett threw 6 interceptions in the playoff game against St. Louis? Right, 2 of them were. Or 4? Was it 4 interceptions or 6 interceptions?
It was 6.
I can't even remember.
It was 6.
And 2 of them were pick. 2 of them were pick sixes. I mean, so on that standard, then Homer probably thinks he you can't trust him either. So, like, I get it. And it was, look, here's the thing. He said he didn't see the guy. Like, so I don't know if that's a choke. Like, he didn't see him. So threw it right to the defensive guy. Bad interception. Bad time. And people. Here's the thing: if they had run on 3rd and 3, people would have criticized LaFleur for not putting the foot down like he should in that situation. So like you could question it either way. It obviously turned out bad in this case. I don't think that I would agree with that he's a choker or tenses up in big moments. I don't think we have enough data on him yet. And then the flip side point to that is if that's the case, well, then what are your options? Nothing. You don't have any other options.
Going back to the offensive line, I'm assuming Tom's going to be out for a while, given what happened yesterday. Aaron Banks suffers a different injury. The depth of this offensive line is incredibly thin. How do the Packers get better there? Because even when they've been healthy, Rob, there haven't been running lanes for Josh Jacobs the way that they were hoping. And obviously, I mean, smaller running lanes yesterday, and then Love was under constant duress as well.
Well, the running thing has been an issue the whole time. The pass protection, new this week, I guess. Here's the thing with the run game. Until the Packers prove they can run the ball, people are just going to load up on trying to stop it, and they're saying we're not going to let Josh Jacobs beat us. And 16 carries for 30 yards is just, and twice when they got down in goal-to-go situations inside the 5, he ran both times for no gain. It's just they got a problem there, a twofold problem. One is the injuries, like you mentioned, and the other is the run blocking. Aaron Banks was supposed to be this great run blocker, and I mean, I know he only played the first half yesterday, but even when he's played, that hasn't helped. So they do have a big issue. I mean, I don't know how much of it is Elton Jenkins moving to center. How much of it is Jordan Morgan playing all over the place. I mean, that guy, I think they're in some ways doing him a disservice by just playing, move him here, move him there, move him everywhere. I think that's a hard thing for a young player to do. So they're in a bad spot right now with the offensive line.
Rob Demovsky hanging out with us. Okay, the explosive plays, the penalties, the turnover, the special teams meltdown. I mean, what is going to be the easiest of all of those things to clean up?
Oh, boy. I mean, you would think, first of all, let's take them. Special teams, they haven't been able to clean up for the last however many years, right? And I don't understand that.
15?
They're different players, different players, different coaches.
Right.
Same results.
So not
there,
that then, if I'm hearing you correctly.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Here's one thing I don't know. Did you mention them getting takeaways themselves? Because they haven't gotten any. And don't give me that Xavier McKinney interception at the end of the half. That was a punt.
I was going to say, right? You're of the belief that was basically a punt.
So, yeah, basically then they just have the one. They have the Evan Williams interception from Detroit game.
In the first week, yeah. I mean, one takeaway. This is a team that last year ranked, I think, tied for third or something like that in the NFL with 31 takeaways, 17 interceptions. We talked all training camp about this ball king crap where they were going to punch the ball out and they were going to get all these takeaways. It just shows you that half the stuff that happens in training camp is a bunch of nonsense anyway, because they haven't not even. It's one thing to not recover a fumble. They haven't even forced one. Like, there's plenty of fumbles that get, you knock it out and the offense recovers. They haven't even gotten that. So to me, they've got to fix that defensively, because right now with the way the offense is struggling, you got to give them short fields, and the only way to give them short fields is takeaways. And so it all, it kind of goes hand in hand. But I think the most fixable thing right now is starting to take the ball away like they did last year, because they clearly have the personnel to do it. I'm a little surprised. They've gotten decent pressure on the quarterback. They haven't had a strip sack yet. Maybe that'll come. but they've got to somehow manufacture some takeaways.
How do they get more consistent on offense? Because even, I guess, Rob, when you take a look at the first two games, even though they scored 27 points, you kind of walked away going, kind of left some points on the field there. And this was, I think, kind of, okay, now you're going up against a really good defense, and this is what can happen. You only end up scoring 10 points.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I still think they've got to find a go-to guy. And I know the Packers don't want to hear it, and they don't want to, we don't need a number one wide receiver. We don't, well, I mean, like, they had nobody. They didn't have a guy who could just go get them, 7 for 125 and a touchdown yesterday. So, like, I still think maybe I'm in the minority there, but the more and more I've seen this team, struggle to find that since Devontae Adams left, the more and more I'm of a belief that the really good offenses need just an unbelievable stud receiver.
Rob, last thing for you before we let you go. I am seeing on the Carbless Talk and Text line, maybe a mention or two here on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube stream, that you jinxed McManus. What say you?
Well, I mean, my Bold-a-thon prediction was a disaster, right? Because although I know the block kick will count as a miss, but he kicked it. I mean, I talked to the snapper, the holder, and McManus, and they all said the operation was fine. The timing of it was good. That was a penetration issue. So let's not put that one on Brandon McManus just yet. So that's my response.
Just add it to the Jordan Morgan bad day.
I will come clean. I did curse Rob Demovsky's name when he missed that first one.
Oh, early one.
Yeah, I'll take the first one. Yeah, I'll take the first one in the second quarter of the Washington game. Like, that's on me. After that, that's what happened yesterday. I bear no responsibility for.
Great stuff from our friend Rob Demovsky. Rob, have a great week. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, guys, we'll see you.
All right, well, that was great stuff from Rob Demovsky, and I just told Josh, clip that because I haven't heard anybody talking about the lack of takeaways. Takeovers? Well, I would have liked for them to have taken over in the fourth quarter of that game. Could you just take over for once? No, the takeaways. He's absolutely right. This defense last year, that was a calling card. And they have not been able to do it consistently this year. And you would think that with the pressure that Micah Parsons and company are supposed to be creating, that would open up those opportunities for those guys.
Turnovers are the fickle thing. They are hard to replicate year over year. It's just one of those things in the NFL. But to Rob's point, they haven't even been close. They haven't forced any fumbles, haven't been any big hits like that. And, that's been a big issue of not even getting close to getting one.
I do think just the way offenses are playing, though, it's dink and dunk city.
Oh, 100%.
The ball is hardly at risk. And every time it's seemingly at risk, they're getting close.
What a great point. It is not fun to watch. I'll tell you that right now. Watching these football games going, can someone throw the ball downfield for the love of God?
Hey guys, it's Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Thanks for watching our clip. I'm sure it was super informative and educational. I'm just kidding. I love those knuckleheads. And we do it live every Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 a.m. on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get informed anytime we drop new content.